What's good, you guys? So, as you can tell by the title of this video, talking some deluxe class history here. So, put on your glasses, grab a pencil, get a piece of paper, write this stuff down because it's going to be juicy info I'm dropping in this video, guys. History of deluxe class over the last, how long has it been? Like 30 something years? 29 years? Since we got Deluxe Class. I think it was first introduced during Beast Wars or the later half of G2, but definitely Beast Wars. And since then, it has seen a quite crazy evolution, to say the least, over the last 25, 30 years. And we're at this point now where you look at these deluxes in 2025, they cost pretty much $30 now, and especially with the inflation and the tariffs this year and next year, they're probably going to be a little over $30 by this time next year, if I had to assume. But this whole thing, you're paying $30 for these deluxes nowadays, and you compare it to deluxes from 10, 15, 25 years ago, and it's just a different beast, essentially. It's the same sort of base subject with Deluxe Class, but everything else, all the intricate details, it's really morphed into something else over the years if you really look at this stuff. And to kind of compare, so Deluxe Class first came out, it was about like $10. And I remember this very fondly because I was a 2000s kid when deluxes were still $10. Before that, the 2008 and 2009 price increases, and then you got price increases after, but we'll get into that here soon. You look at $10 deluxes from, let's say, 1996 to 2008. That was like 10, 12 years of $10 deluxe class juiciness. And Beast Wars deluxes, RAD 2001, Beast Machines, Unicron Trilogy, the 2007 movie, classics. So many great figures came from deluxe class in that 10, 12 year time frame. And they were only $10, $9.99. And for $30 nowadays, I don't really think you get a fraction of what you used to get with deluxes 15 years ago. So I'm just looking at everything, and like somebody who's been around the block in the Transformers mythos and community for a while now, it's just insanity to me that people are just okay with paying $30 for a hollow 4.5-inch deluxe class figure. Now, call me a crybaby, call me a whiner, call me an old timer even though I'm in my early 20s, I'm not even old. But I'm somebody who sees value in what I'm spending, and a lot of these deluxes I've been skipping for the last, let's say, 10 years. skipping a lot of these deluxe releases. You know, of course, there have been a lot of good deluxe class figures over the years since the budget cuts and price increases and smaller figures and whatever. But there has been a lot of slop that Hasbro has produced since, I'd say, 2012. Now, let's kind of break down the budget cuts and price increases. So around 2008, 2009, because of the financial crisis around that time, and probably some other things that I just don't know or can't remember, deluxes went from about $10 to about $12, $13 around that price range. And that lasted from around 2009 to, I think, 2014. So even a shorter time frame than about 1996 to 2007, 2008. And that just goes to show you how crazy the world is and how inflation is just becoming more and more rapid with certain things. It's really crazy. And then from 2014 to I think it was 2019, deluxes were about $15-16, maybe 17, depending on the year, because I think it fluctuated a little bit. Like some years it was like 16, and then other years it was like 15 or 17 or something. I can't remember, but that lasted for about 5 years. And then from 2019 to 2021, only 2 years, deluxes were $20 for 2 years. And because of the big thing that happened in 2020 that shall not be named, deluxes went from $20 to about 22 for, I think that lasted for like a year or two, not long at all. And now we're stuck with this $24.99 price point. for about 2-3 years maybe. And then it seems like we're getting another price increase. If you guys have been keeping up with the news and inflation and tariffs, thanks to the new administration, it seems like Deluxe class might be around $28. So after tax, you're paying basically $30 even now, depending on tax where you are in your state and area or whatever. Around $30 for a Deluxe class now in 2026, 2025, around that time frame. Now, I could be wrong on that. It could be the same price still, or it could be a little bit more even. I'm just going off of the price increases that we've seen so far with Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series, and JaAm Ig Classified, which are the same prices in sort of, I wouldn't say engineering, but like production cost, I guess, as Deluxe class. So if you go by that, and, you know, Deluxe class, it seems like they would move into that $27.99 price point as well. But I don't know. I'm just speculating there. But it does still seem like Deluxe class will see maybe a price increase. Or what Hasbro might do with Transformers is just only do price increases for the more expensive, bigger retail products like Leader Class, Commander, or Titan Class, like what we've been seeing the last couple of years, and just keep Voyager and Deluxe at the same price to maybe help balance things out a bit better. That would be nice. That's kind of like a piece of speculation going around right now that they could do. But I don't know. I don't really see them doing that, but I could be wrong. And, you know, you look at a Deluxe you get nowadays for close to $30 or basically $30, and the amount of hollowness, lesser parts count, simpler engineering, in some cases less articulation, less paint, less sculpt, some instances less accessories, and less features even. I mean, I'm not somebody who wants to be like 6 years old again and where's my spring-loaded gimmicks and my firing missiles? I'm not that kind of collector. But, you know, it is something to kind of compare. A $10 Deluxe had more oftentimes than not a cool little gimmick or feature that really didn't hinder the figure too much, or if at all. And nowadays, you don't really get too many gimmicks unless if it's, oh, he comes with a gun, or he has a removable shield that turns into the top of a car in vehicle mode. You know, stupid stuff like that are kind of boring. So you don't really get a lot of that stuff anymore, but you're still paying top dollar $30. And now some people could be like, oh, $30 is nothing. I mean, sure, and some people could argue that, oh, this doesn't matter. It's just toys. Well, if it doesn't matter, why are you here defending it? Why are you collecting them? And, you know, at the same time, people's jobs are on the line here at Hasbro and on social media and stuff like that. If these franchises go under and there's not enough support and people feel priced out. Like, people forget about that aspect with people who have jobs at Hasbro and on social media with this stuff. And, you know, it's like you're kind of being stubborn and you're not really looking at the full picture here. But, you know, Deluxe class, fact of the matter is with this video, you look at it, and I'm just going to throw a random comparison out here. Let's take Cybertron 2005 Deluxe class Crosswise, which is a fantastic figure. I have that figure. It is so good till this day. Sure, it might be missing ankle pivot and a waist swivel, but it's got everything else that is lacking in newer Deluxe class figures. Less hollowness, more paint, better sculpt, kinda, and the engineering is a lot more complex, and he has more features than the typical modern day Deluxe. And he's a little bit bigger too and more substantial with the plastic quality. That's another thing. Cheaper plastic is used nowadays, whether it's for depletion in plastic supplies over the years. I doubt that, but that could kind of influence it a little maybe. Or they're just using cheaper plastic just to be cheap. I'm pretty sure that's more so the case. It's insanity, guys. I mean, I honestly can go on and on about this stuff for probably 2 hours, but I really don't want to ramble on too much longer. Fact of the matter is, you take something like Cybertron 2005 Deluxe Crosswise and you compare it to, let's say, Deluxe class animated Wasp that just came out a few months ago this year in Age of the Primes. The clear plastic hollowness, the size is ridiculous for $30. The amount of engineering is like cut in half, basically. And it's just a slap in the face, kind of. Now, I do want to point this out before I get out of here. I do understand inflation and just the way the world works. But come on. I mean, that really... I mean, how much of this is corporate greed and how much of this is just how the world has been going the last 20 something years? Just think about that for a second, and you look at everything with the bigger picture. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below. How do you feel about Deluxe Class over the years and the budget cuts that have happened with it? And yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.